Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I welcome you all in my class. So, my dear students, we have started our lesson, that is first year at Harrow, from Unit 1, Reading Selection 1.2. Kindly, if you have your books, kindly open the books. As I go through the slides, all the text is not written it. So, you have to focus your books and listen the lecture carefully. So open the page number 26. The method and the mode of the lecture would be different. What would be the difference? That I'll be displaying only the important points in the lecture, but I'll be discussing all the relevant details regarding that. So open the page number 26. You have your books with you. We are going to start our lesson, that is first year at Harrow, by Sir Winston S. Churchill. What we have done yesterday, just recap, that we have read, we have experienced, we were told by Mr. S. Churchill that he all the time disliked the region of examination. Why? The very good reason is there that he didn't like to be examined by those subjects that were liked by the subject by the examiner. He wanted to be tested in those subjects that he liked most. So what were his most favorite subject? That were history, poetry and writing essays. But on the other hand, what were the view of the examiner? That they do like Latin and mathematics. So consequently the result was not desirable. So we have done with the revision. So let's start. First year at Harrow by Winston S. Churchill. Again, this is a preview. We are going to review that what is the full name of our writer, that is Sir Winston Spencer Churchill. He was one of the most influential personality of the 20th century. He was the prime minister he had been selected as a prime minister twice between 1940 to 1945 and 1951 to 1955. He was this very significant figure in the history of England, and he had been not only an army officer, a painter and a writer, but also a historian. And above all, that he had played a very important role in the World War II. So this is his background regarding what he has done. We have discussed all these things in detail previously yesterday. So let's start. Okay. He asked that he wanted to be asked what he knew, but it never happened. And ultimately it was a disaster, as he was not asked those questions that he knew. So ultimately it seems that they tried to expose his ignorance, and the result was definitely the failure. So what happened next? It is from his memories of Harrow School. He experiences he shares his experience that this was especially true of my entrance examination to Harrow. The headmaster, Mr. Weldon, however, took a broad-minded view of my Latin prose. He showed discernment. Discernment means he showed a perception, a judgment in judging my general ability. What was that? In paragraph number 2, you would be observing on your books that he shares his experience of entrance examination to Harrow. That his headmaster, Mr. Weldon, he just narrate his experience that he took a broad-minded view of his Latin prose. for which he has to he was given the task, as he was assigned for to attempt the exam for Latin prose for the entrance examination. Okay, so what did he do? He shares his experience that he was found unable to answer a single question in the Latin paper. What did he do? I wrote my name at the top of the page. I wrote down the number of the question 1. After much reflection, बड़ी सोच विचार के बाद, I put a bracket around it, thus put thereafter, and oh, I couldn't think of anything connected with it, and it was either relevant or incidentally or true. So if you are having your books with you, please consult your books and listen the lecture. What happened? He is narrating his experience at entrance examination at Harrow, that his headmaster, he is giving tribute his headmaster, Mr. Weldon, and appreciating his broad-minded view that he was given the task at the entrance examination to appear for Latin prose. But as he was not unable to give a satisfactory answer, even a single question, so what did he do? जब हमें कोई question नहीं आता in the exam, what do? He just did, what did he do? That he just wrote his name on the top of the page, wrote down the number of the question 1, and after a long reflection, he started to think. He put a bracket around it, and thereafter I couldn't do anything connected with it, and it was relevant, either it was relevant or true. So I have shown you in the image what would he had done. उसने क्या किया होगा? That he just wrote his name, question number 1, and nothing more than that, because he couldn't attempt the exam. Incidentally, there arrived from nowhere a plot and several smudges. Smudges, what are those smudges? Even some sort of blots. I just looked for 2 hours at this sad spectacle. For my low performance, for that performance, I just spent 2 hours to see that what has happened to my page. So that's why we do say neat display, when you display neat work, the neat or presentation of work कि आप कहते हैं मैम उसके तो मार्क्स दे दें, तो 5 मार्क्स इट डजंट मीन कि ये ब्लैंक पेपर के होंगे. सो सेम इज़ द केस दैट उसने कहा कि जो मैंने क्वेश्चन नंबर अपना क्वेश्चन नेम लिखा था, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 लिखा था, उसके ऊपर फ्रॉम समवेयर केम द स्मचेस, सम ब्लॉट्स, एंड आई डू नॉट नो, एंड आई वाज जस्ट गेज्ड एट दैट थिंग कि मेरे पेपर के साथ क्या हुआ. आई जस्ट गेज्ड एट दैट स्पेक्टिकल, that performance. And then merciful ushers. Whose are those? Those were the ushers are in fact those escort the people, those attend the people, guide the people in the cinemas or in the theaters. ठीक है, तो वो उनको रहनुमाई करते हैं, उनको लेके जाते हैं. So he says the invigilators that the merciful ushers collected my piece of foolscap. What is foolscap? That the paper, ठीक है, उसको foolscap कह रहे हैं, with all the other and carried up it to the headmaster's table. तो उसने कहा कि मेरा ये जो एक पेपर का था, उस piece of paper they took it, the invigilator, and took to the headmaster table. So what he has done with that paper, उसको हमने भी देखा है, that has been displayed on the image. It was from these slender indications of scholarship that Mr. Weldon drew the conclusion that I was worthy to pass into Harrow. So he just, in a very funny mood, he just says that by this manifestation, by this show, ठीक है, by this slender, very, you can say small, inadequate indication, उससे सिग्नल उसको क्या मिला, उसके इल्म से इसको विंस्टन चर्चिल के पेपर को देखने के बाद उसको क्या मिला कि नहीं, इसको हैरो में एडमिशन मिल जाना चाहिए. इट इज़ वेरी मच टू हिज क्रेडिट. It showed that he was a man capable of looking beneath the surface of things, a man not dependent upon paper manifestation. ठीक है, तो वो पेपर मैनिफेस्टेशन को सिर्फ नहीं देख रहा था, सिर्फ उसकी पेरेंट्स को डिस्प्ले को नहीं देख रहा था. I have always had the greatest regard for him. Okay, so here the writer just narrates shares his experience at the entrance examination to Harrow. आपको पेपर में इससे related question भी पूछा जा सकता है, ठीक है. उसने क्या किया? He just wrote his name. Then he wrote question number 1. From nowhere came the smudges, the blots, and then he just wasted his time for nothing. Later on, invigilators came and they just took the paper from him and took it away towards the headmaster's table. Mr. Weldon, that is the name of the headmaster, he just took the broader view and he just gave him the admission in Harrow. Okay, so what happened there? So he says, on the other hand, he describes Mr. Weldon as a man of prudence, a wise one, having a deep sight, a man dependent on paper manifestation, who is not concerned about what the student has done during on the paper, but he is the man capable of looking beneath the surface of the thing. He just understands the thing beneath the surface. He understands the things by his deep sight. Okay, so this is about the character of Mr. Weldon. So what did he what was the consequence? What happened? In consequence of his decision, I was due course placed in the third or the lowest division of the fourth or bottom. Okay, so he was not given the first position, the second, or any one thing, but he was the fourth. He was given the fourth division in the last, rather we can say that he was given in the very last section where मतलब आपकी मेरिट लिस्ट लगती है. मेरिट लिस्ट में देर आर द टू वेज. नंबर 1, वी जस्ट सेट अ क्राइटेरिया एंड दिस क्राइटेरिया सेट बाय द मार्क्स automatically, mean as per the marks the names trickle down towards the percentages. But here the case was very different. The case was, it was not good luck with him, that the name of the new boys were printed in the school list in alphabetical order. Okay, there is another important question, that how he was placed, how he was listed in Harrow, that his name was listed alphabetically. And from the alphabet then, so what was his name? That Spencer Churchill. So list in alphabetical order as my correct name, Spencer Churchill, began with an S. I gain no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wider sphere of letters. तो उसने कहा कि मुझे if I have that letters with me, Spencer Churchill, a big name, but I didn't find any of the advantage because S just comes in a very low वे. ठीक है, बहुत सी अल्फ़ाबेट्स के बाद वो आता है. तो उसने कहा अल्फ़ाबेटिकली ऑर्डर थी तो आई वॉज नॉट गेन द एडवांटेज. आई वॉज इन फैक्ट ओनली 2 फ्रॉम द बॉटम ऑफ द होल स्कूल एंड दीज 2 आई regret to say disappeared almost immediately through illness or some other cause. So he was, as his name begins with S, so that was at the last of the alphabets. So he says that only 2 were the students were there, those were having those in the names with last of the alphabets, including me. I was on the third one last. Okay, so I didn't gain any advantage. On the other hand, sooner their students left the school, so I was the last one. Next he continues, I continued in this unpretentious situation. Unpretentious because as he was given the low profile, rather it's not good, but as he was given a very you can say low profile grade, or he was kept into that section where there were not very not good or intelligent student who are there. बहुत ज़्यादा ज़हीन लोगों के साथ, स्टूडेंट्स के साथ वो नहीं था. So he just remained in that unpretentious situation for nearly a year. However, being so long in the lowest form, I gained an immense advantage. He gained a big advantage. What was that? That over the clever boys. They all went to learn Latin and Greek and splendid thing like that. ठीक है, तो क्या हुआ कि because as he was not didn't got the first position or the first grade you can say section. So the allocation of the subjects were given, but done according to the capabilities and the abilities of the students, and that was decided कि जो clever boys होंगे that they will be taught Latin and Greek. On the other hand, dull boys will be taught English, as English was not taken as a very you can say classic language at that time. At that time, the classic languages were Latin and Greek. Most of the literature, classic one, that was available in these two languages. On the other hand, English was considered to be the language of layman. It was not considered to be a high profile language. So he says that as he was not capable to move for any of the extraordinary section, or to be in the class of intelligent students or clever students, so he was put into that unpretentious situation for a year, where he was assigned or given the task to learn English. So, but I was taught English. We were considered such dunces, such fools, that we could only learn English. As I have said to people, that Latin and Greek, they were considered to be a splendid things, very elevated, right? That were elevated. On the other hand, those people, those were taught English, they were considered to be foolish, unintelligent, ignorant, dunces. Mr. Somerville, there is the introduction of another character. Please have a difference in between these two characters, Mr. Weldon and Mr. Somerville. A most delightful man, to whom my debt is great, was charged with the duty of teaching the stupidest boy the most disregarding thing, namely to write mere English. ठीक है. So as they were given the admission, so what was the task given to Mr. Somerville? That he has to teach them only to learn English. Okay, so we are talking about those days when it was considered a scholarly thing to know about, to learn about Greek and Latin, and it was considered very common, or you can say low grade thing, to learn English. So Mr. Somerville was given the task to teach them about English. The story goes on. Not only did we learn English, passing thoroughly, ठीक है, thoroughly, completely, ठीक है. उसने क्या कहा कि हमने ना सिर्फ इंग्लिश को, he taught it as no one else has ever taught it. Not only we learn English, parsing thoroughly, हमने इंग्लिश के एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट को, हर स्ट्रक्चर को, सेंटेंस को, ठीक है, सिंपल मीन आपकी वर्ड से भी छोटे माइनर जो इसका कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट होता है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूट होता है स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ सेंटेंस, इट इज़ अ बिग साइंस, राइट. Language, it's a very difficult thing. Either it's Urdu, English, or any of the language. When we just utter words, we make a sentence, and in order to make sentence we combine many things. ठीक है, हम parts of the speech को भी combine करते हैं. So these all are the constituent of the these all constitute the sentence, and in order to constitute वो जुमले बनाते हैं. ठीक है, ये सारी चीज़ें, इसके कुछ क्या होते हैं, कुछ एलिमेंट्स होते हैं स्ट्रक्चर के. तो he was taught all those elements. We also practice continually English analysis, such as क्या वर्ब क्या है, नाउन क्या है, क्लॉज क्या है, क्लॉज के अंदर क्या क्या चीज़ें आ रही हैं, डिटर्मिनर्स क्या हैं, उसके अंदर क्या आ रहा है. Mr. Somerville has a system of his own. So he says, he just utters good words for him, that he was a man, Mr. Somerville, who had a system of his own. He took a very long sentences and broke it up into components, into small parts. ठीक है, पीसेस, बिट्स में करता था. ओके, और उन स्मॉल पार्ट्स को सच एज, कोई भी जैसे हमने लिखा मिस्टर सोमरवेल द मोस्ट डिलाइटफुल मैन, तो इसके पार्ट्स को हमने क्या किया, अंडरलाइन किया. सच एज यू कैन सी समवेयर वी हैव हाईलाइटेड द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग विद द रेड, एंड सम टाइम वी यूज द डिफरेंट कलर. सो what was his method of teaching? उसका method क्या था? That he took a fairly long sentence and broke it up into the components, into small parts, by means of black, red, blue and green ink, subject, verb, relative clause, conditional, conjunctive and disjunctive clauses. तो वो उनको sentences को मुख्तलिफ parts में करता था. जैसे हमने the कर दिया, मोस्ट को कर दिया, डिलाइटफुल कर दिया, मैन को कर दिया, कहीं पे हमने आर्टिकल लगा दिया, कहीं पे हमने हमने डिग्री ऑफ एडजेक्टिव कर दी, ठीक है, उसके साथ हम लोगों ने एडजेक्टिव लगा दिया, फिर नाउन लगा दिया. सो ही यूज्ड टू जस्ट sift or break down the sentences according to its map. Each had its color and its bracket. It was a kind of drill. ठीक है, तो सेंटेंस का जो एनालिसिस किया जाता है वो इसी तरह से किया जाता है. उसके एक इसको कहते हैं ट्री डायग्राम. ठीक है, ट्री बनाई जाती है जिसमें ये बताया ब्रैकेट्स में हम उनको मज़ीद छोटे छोटे स्मॉल पार्ट्स में करी जाते हैं. सच एज कि अगर नाउन है तो नाउन के अंदर क्या आ सकता है, एक डिटर्मिनर आ सकता है, एक नेम आ सकता है. नाउन के अंदर फिर एडजेक्टिव भी आ सकता है, तो हम उसको लेके चलते रहते हैं. राइट, सो ही सेज ही हैज़ दिस वे. It was a kind of a drill, a practice. We did it almost daily. As I remained in the third 3 years as long as anyone else, as he was not very clever or bright student, so he remained in the class for 3 years. I had 3 times. So what was that? That I had 3 times much more of it. I learned it thoroughly. Thus I got into my bones the essential structure of ordinary British sentence. So उसने जो किया, he just learned the sentence structure, essential structure of basic British basic sentence. Here comes the difference. What do we use language? We do use language in order to communicate. So what was the advantage did he get? अगर आप स्कॉलरली सिर्फ बातें सीखेंगे, बुकिश हम कुछ phrases सीख लेते हैं that are not going to work unless we do have some language to speak with our people, with common people, such as अगर आप आम रूटीन में भी in your common day you just started to speak or quote Shakespeare in all your language, so it is not a very practical approach. आप क्या करते हैं, आप कॉमन डे लैंग्वेज पे आते हैं. सो सेम एडवांटेज हैज़ बीन गेन्ड बाय विंस्टन चर्चिल दैट he didn't go towards the bookish or classical language that has to be kept only with the books, but he just learned the things practically. Thus I got into my bones the essential structure of the ordinary British sentence, which is a noble thing. And when years after years my school fellows, so what had happened after, so what was the advantage, and when after years my school fellows who had won prizes and distinction for writing such beautiful Latin poetry and pithy epigrams, okay, pithy, that is brief, short, crispy. epigrams क्या है, पैराडॉक्सिकल रिमार्क्स, विटी रिमार्क्स. ठीक है, जो विटी रिमार्क्स होते हैं, जैसे कुछ भी दैट इज इंटेलिजेंस से रिलेटेड विटी रिमार्क्स, had to come down again to common English to their living or make their way. ठीक है, सो ऑन द अदर हैंड क्या हुआ कि उसके वो सारे फ्रेंड्स जिन्होंने लैटिन पोइट्री की या पोइट्री को पढ़ा और पिथी बड़े ज़बरदस्त क्रिस्पी उसने एपिग्राम्स लिखे, विटी सेंटेंसेस लिखे, रिमार्क्स लिखे, दे वन इवन कम टूवर्ड्स the English, the language of a common people in order to earn their livelihood. ठीक है, तो ये इसी तरह से है कि आप सिर्फ, it is not possible today in these modern trends, there is more of the demand for the language. ठीक है, आप सिर्फ लिटरेचर में मास्टर्स करके स्पेशलाइजेशन करके यू कुडंट बी अ स्कॉलर. you again you have to go to the structure of the things, structure of the sentences that comes with the language. ठीक है, आप उर्दू की एग्जाम्पल ले लें, उर्दू में आप गज़लियात या कहीं भी उसकी मिसालें नहीं देते, आप कॉमन लैंग्वेज यूज़ करते हैं, दैट इज़ इनफॉर्मल. इस तरह इंग्लिश में भी. सो सेम इज़ द केस विद ऑल दोज बॉयज़, ऑल्दो दे हैव अर्नड द गुड रेपुटेशन एंड अर्न ऑल दोज certificate and degrees by completing all the very difficult things, but in order to get the living, they are living as they have to be the part of the practical world. They have to come again to learn English. So in the end he just sums up, I didn't feel myself at an disadvantage. So there comes the difference. Naturally I'm biased in favor of the boys learning English. So as it was his favorite language, he says that I am biased. I just show my preferences, opinion in a very partial way towards English. I would make them all learn English. So, in order to make the boys to communicate with common people to earn their living, I would just encourage them to learn English, and then I would let the clever ones learn Latin as an honor. So in the last, he suggests that I would just make them to learn Latin as an honor and Greek as a treat. But the only thing, I would whip them. I'm not going to spare them. I would punish them by striking with the rod. Whip karna, okay? For is not knowing English. I would whip them hard for that. So in the end, Mr. Churchill draws the conclusion, and he categorized the students according to the need of the time. That I'm in the favor of a favor to learn English, but on the other hand, if you are so clever, so intelligent, so it would be an honor to learn Latin. On the other hand, if you wanted to get more, you may learn Greek as a treat. But there is no way out. There would not be any compromise that if you are not going to learn English or know English. So we just sum up our lesson. That was all. That he was not a good student. He didn't like examination. He became a successful military officer, a politician, and a writer. Okay, so it is because Churchill has a deep insight and broad vision, right? He has many other skills besides to be a good student. On the other hand, if we talk about the system of examination, we cannot test a student only by letting him sit for 3 hours. This couldn't be this is only to get to know about his memory, to know about his recalling, nothing more. So the system of examination is full of drawbacks and needs improvement and reliability. Churchill boy only criticized the system of examination, but also emphasizes on the significance of one's own national language. So this is very much true with us, that we cannot live only by learning some of the foreign languages, but we have to come, in order to preserve our culture and heritage, we have to come towards our own language, that is Urdu. ठीक है, तो आप हर वक्त इंग्लिश में हम बात करके वी कैनॉट बी सक्सेसफुल. We have to learn our national language as well. That was his message in the lesson. So I would hope so that the things were easy for you people. Okay, you have to consult your book in order to understand all these matters. Okay, in case of any query, please do ask me. Okay, take good care of you. Allah Hafiz. Thank you so much.